Toronto's urban alternative station, Vibe 105, your main source. It's DJ Alchemix coming at you with another Vibe exclusive interview. You already know how I do when it comes to these interviews, so if you're a hip-hop fan looking for some fresh new music and breakthrough artists, you come to the right place. Today I would like to welcome 21-year-old local hip-hop artist Tristan to the Vibe Studios. It's a pleasure to have you with us today, man. How's it going?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. So we're going to get straight to this interview. Now, I really want to know what first inspired you to get into hip-hop music, man.
Oh, man. I think the first thing that got me into making music was poetry.
Nice.
In elementary school, my teacher would sit down with me, during the poetry era of learning in there, and we would sit down doing the Shakespeare readings and then different kind of poems. And I think growing up, that just made me want to put it to a beat afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Something like that, yeah.
I like that. So aside from that, what actually got you inspired to get into music?
Well,
for your poetry class?
Music had always a big thing. It wasn't just the music, it was also the performances, it was also making the music, you know what I'm saying? So at first I wanted to be an actor, man. I would love being on stage. I was doing acting, I was doing skits and stuff like that.
Right.
And then when I got to high school, I was always just freestyling at the fence, with my people and stuff like that. But I think it just came from the whole concept of it being on stage, doing performances, the craft of actually making the songs, writing the lyrics and stuff like that. It all came together in one, yeah.
I like that. Good for you. So with that taken into consideration, do you have a particular style when it comes to your music, man? Do you sit down and say, this is what I want to go for, or you kind of just let the pen do the talking and just go crazy?
Jeez, I think, man, my style is different. I like to say, man. A lot of people. Not trying to call out names, but a lot of people are focusing on that same style, that whole Toronto style rap. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
I can vouch for myself that I come out very different. I'm more of that positive kind of feel good music.
Nice.
It has some melodies to it. It has some. It's not just drums and kicks and a beat. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more instruments in the beat, I'd say. So yeah, it's a lot more a positive, dancey kind of moving vibe, I feel.
And I feel particularly when I listen to your music, the first time you actually sent submissions to me, I realized that it wasn't that typical kind of trap turn up.
Yeah.
And listen, don't get me wrong, I like that stuff. I play it.
Yeah.
But when I heard it, I was like, okay, this is refreshing. And I even actually told one of my buddies, I'm like, yo, this one artist sent me submission of music, and it's fresh.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. It's not some stuff that I've heard before, and I was like, okay, this is more upbeat, more positivity. The vibes were nice, and I was like, okay, this is kind of what I want to introduce.
Yeah, man.
Fresh,
Yeah, for sure, dude. That's what it is. Yo, hip hop's all about change too, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's all about different styles, and back then, hip hop was different styles. You know what I mean? That was that person's flow. That was that person's flow. Everyone was different.
Absolutely, and that's what I admired, especially listening to your music. So, without further ado, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop an exclusive snippet of a track called Middle Class. Now that we have some vibes going in the studio, man, I would really like to know, what are your musical influences, or who are your musical influences?
I think my first musical influence, man, growing up, a lot of people could say, it's Eminem was a lot of people's influences, man, 100%.
Absolutely.
I think the first track I heard from him was either When I'm Gone or Mockingbird, one of those other two songs, and I was like, yo, that is deep, man.
Nice. See, and it's funny, I hate to cut you off there, it's funny you actually said, When I'm Gone or Mockingbird, because a lot of people, those are, deep tracks.
Yo.
A lot of people, when they hear Shady, they start talking about those more, let's say, Real Slim Shady, or they're talking about, some crazy, lyrical where he just goes off.
Yeah, exactly.
His verse on, Forever, for example. So, it's cool that you said that. I like that.
Man. That was a big part. After hearing that, I'm like, yo, I want to write some deep stuff, man. That stuff made me reach out. And another one was, my grade 7 teacher, man. He kind of got me into, I said, that acting stuff and poetry and stuff like that, and he kind of made me want to push for not just a regular 9-to-5 job. I wanted that kind of lifestyle, that kind of...
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, just pushing off what you said, especially in your earlier days, in what ways has your music changed from when you first started?
Ooh.
That question always gets some people, man. They're just man, I don't know.
Yo.
I don't know.
My first time making music, I was recording in my house with a pair of Turtle Beaches from when I used to play Xbox with.
Yeah. I had a pair of those. I remember those.
And I would record a song, and I knew nothing about punching. I knew nothing about punching in, taking breaths, and I just rapped the whole thing, chorus and all. Yeah. And it was so bad, man. Like, but the style, gasping for air, talking about stuff that I knew nothing about. You know what I mean? Right. But now it's all real, man. I think it's originality is key, and that's what I reach out to when I do my music, man. It's all being original now.
Nice, I like that. And like I said, I really hear that when it comes to your tracks. Like the last one you ended up sending me, I was like, okay. I mean, I don't know. It kind of reminded me like of like. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but like some of Mac Miller's earlier work.
Yeah.
It was more, like, you remember like Blue Slide Park?
Yeah.
It was like, and I was like, okay, but you have your own flair to it because you have your own distinct voice and your own distinct style. So I'm like, okay, I think I see where you're going with this kind of stuff.
I feel you. I hear that a lot, man.
Yeah, but it was good, man. Nonetheless, it was really good.
Thank you.
Vibe 105 is DJ Alchemix checking back in, and you just listened to some more fire by local hip hop artist Tristan. Now, with all that great music dropping, I really need to know, where have you performed in the city, or where have you performed outside of the city?
Outside of the city, I don't think I actually have, man. I actually performed in New York, Brooklyn, not too long ago. Last summer I did a performance out in Brooklyn. When I was 16, I wasn't even old enough to be in the venues I was performing at. I opened up for Tech Nine, Mad Child, Waka Flocka.
Nice.
Yeah, 16, 17 years old, man. And right now, I have shows after show after show, man. I'm doing 2 events on Canada Day, one in the evening, one in the afternoon. We just finished up an NXNE event just passed yesterday.
How was that?
It was wicked, man. It was wicked. Yo, I set the vibe all the time I hop on that stage.
That's it.
Every
right?
time.
I like that.
But yeah, man, more shows to come all the time. Never stop working, man. That's it.
Nice. So with that being said, more shows to come. What's next for Tristan as opposed to performances? Like, what does the future bring for your musical career?
Yo, the future is going to see this face everywhere, man. I promise you, man, that like my music is something else, but to that live performance, I have my people that can vouch for it. My live performance, bro, is unbelievable, man. Nice. Unbelievable.
And you know what? I believe that. Because I saw your Instagram. I'm like, this kid's going out, boy.
Bro, all the time, man. No time. Yo, you got to give it 150% all the time on stage, man. Because people are going to go home and you gotta stand out, man.
Absolutely. Because it's the performances that people remember. Like, you'll always really rock to an artist's music.
Yeah.
But then, like, you'll always hear people say, yo, I watched this guy perform live. I watched artists perform live. And it doesn't do it justice. You got to go. Like,
yeah, man. That's what I feel you.
And it's really an opportunity to connect with your fans live as well. You know what I mean? Like, share that experience with them. Because, like, especially when people hear music from the first time, they're just getting what you're giving them, as opposed to at a performance. You can really interact with them and really give a piece of yourself and your personality on stage with them.
Man. Visuals is a big thing, man, when you actually see them and feel the stage presence, for sure, man.
Absolutely. So, with all this great talk about your music, where can we actually find your music and updates on yourself and future plans?
All my social media, man. My Instagram is Tristan Official, so TRIST4N. Remember, because the A wasn't available on Instagram.
That's right.
Tristan Official. My SoundCloud, the same thing, Tristan Official. Twitter, same thing, Tristan Official. So it's TRIST4N. Remember, it was with a 4 because the A wasn't available on Instagram. That's it. Upcoming advice for hip hop artists, man, is be original. Be original, man, and stay independent as long as you can, because we're so advanced right now. We can just put one song out and have it on so many platforms. You know what I mean? So don't be lazy. Be consistent. Be original, man, and keep putting out content, man. That's my whole team says it. My video guy, shout out to Royce Visuals, he says it too, man. Putting out content is key. People want to see, people want to hear. You know, you have music you want to put out, follow up with a video. Music you want to put out, follow up with a video all the time, man.
I like that. That's good advice. But anything else? You can keep elaborating, man. Like, what else would you say in terms of advice?
Man, originality is key. You gotta, and getting turned down is part of it, man. I went to a production company and they told me that they wouldn't sign me because my stuff is stuff that they've already heard before, you know? And I'm just like, whatever, yo, that's your advice, you know, that's your opinion. But keep at it, don't give up, man, because all this stuff is possible. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. So to end off the show, we're gonna drop an exclusive track by Tristan called Laugh. Vibe 105 is the first station to drop this banger, so don't forget where you heard it first. Don't sleep on this kid, man. Trust me, he's doing big things. Tristan, tell them what they're about to hear, man.
Yo, what's up? You're going to hear Laugh by Tristan on Vibe 105.5.
Here we go. Let's do it.